It's unplugged. There we go. Good. Okay, just slicks up the edge there. Focus. Alright, we got 4 more to do. Okay, now I'm going to mark out my holes. Got to do this before I glue it. I don't have to, but it just works better if it does. Okay, right there. And drop back into the last hole. When I get this, all of them marked like this, I can see the little diamonds here, and I will glue it together and then drill it after it dries, after I get the glue dry. Okay. Put it right down there like that. I got the holes marked. Okay. Got that right there. Now, I'm going to take this and rough it up good. Just to ensure that it has a good glue bond. Be something, have some teeth. Went ahead and added another piece of leather to this side since it's so thin. Now that just makes it a little better there for me. Yeah, about getting in and out a little bit. Other than that, that's fine. Just as soon as I get this. Now the edges, once you get them glued down and sewed, then you take them on the belt grinder and you can sand them. Sand them down to where they will be flush, and then you wet them and then run them through the slick. Now when I get these done, I'm going to drill. Where's that? What do I do with it? It's here somewhere. I know it. Somewhere. Anyway, I've got a 2mm drill bit here somewhere that I'm going to use to drill the holes for lacing. That seems to work pretty good. I think this is 0.08mm thread that I have. Now, I sewed this top piece up here across because once it gets together, it's almost impossible to sew. So, and I slicked it for the same reason. I mean, I can get a little bit more to it back to, you know, I can actually reach a little bit of it like that, but I just rather go ahead and do as many steps ahead as I can and try to be where I don't want to have to take it back apart to do anything. Now, there, that. This is 80 grit, by the way. Now, I've not showed any sewing because all my stuff's in the house to sew with. And I find I can sit in the easy chair there at the house and hold it between my knees. But since I don't have a stitching pony, which I need to make me one, I checked out YouTube University, and there's several different brands and or makes, and however way you want to do it. There's just, if you can think about it, there's usually a way to get it done. So anyway, on there. So now, before I slick it, I mean, I'll have to grind it, then I'll take it, this little edge tool right here, and I'll bevel the edge on it before I slick it, make it a little better. Cleaned off and everything. I'm going to be staining all of these, but so when I get done with it, that'll be it. Yep. Then I'll after I stain them and get everything done, like I said, I'll sand them and I'll get them sewed. I'll sand them and wet them down, slick them down, and stain them, and then when the stain dries, then I'll put some oil on them. There's a lot of steps to this, a lot of little steps. Sewing is by far the most tedious of it. Anyway, they're just a lot of steps. See, there's pattern making, there's belt loop, well, there's pattern making, cutting out, and making a belt loop, affixing it wherever you find out where you want it, then making it and affixing it to it, laying out, drilling holes, and everything else around through here. It's just step after step after step after step. You got to do anything that sees that just goes to the inside and don't go all the way through. Well, you got to do it before you fold it over. So anyway, it's a bunch of steps. It takes a while. You know, there's probably, I don't know, probably counting all the steps and everything, and the time doing it. Sewing takes far more time than anything, and then waiting on it in between. But I guess all the steps is probably, I don't know, 5 to 6 hours worth of labor in each one of these. So, I mean, you can't do it all at one go. That's what I'm saying. You can't glue it in, sew it up. I mean, you could do it in one day. You could take a heat gun and dry the glue off a little better, or quicker. But yeah, it's not really worth it. So now, here, I added more glue to it earlier. Need a glue pot. It has a replaceable brush, you know, that you can, and a lid. Get it in the steps good. Enough on there when it sets, it won't leave a dry spot. That's what happened a little bit earlier on when I was doing this webbing in here. It was just, I had put it on there too thin and it dry spotted. Stay off the liner. Okay. Okay, got that up. And let's see. I don't know where it got off to. But anyway. That's what a 2mm drill bit looks like. So, okay. Bond it down and make sure you get a good seal. And yeah, it's all right. Now, okay, I got this thing plugged up, charging batteries. Yep. Okay, now hopefully it'll be to where I can stand here and drill it and not be in the way. Big fat hands in the way. hopefully this will do a little better. Maybe. Probably not. Everything's in the wrong place. Well, they just phooey. They just ain't no good way of doing that, are they? Anyway, you get the gist. I've got it all. Got the holes marked, and all I'm doing is drilling them out to a 90, and that's what they look like on the back. So, and then when once I get done with all of them, I'll groove this out so the thread can sit below the surface. All right. Okay. I got all 5 of them drilled. And then here and everything. So yeah, and before I do anything, before I stain it or anything else like that, I'll wet this back here and put my logo in it and go from there. Should have done that, I guess, already, but I didn't. See, there's just always something that you overlook, or something I always overlook. When you think you got it, then you're wrong. So that's the reason you need to, when you make your templates of something that you're going to make a bunch of, be sure to mark them which way switch and everything else, and lay it out accordingly. Say, I want right hand sheaths. Okay, there they are. Then you say you want a left hand sheath, and you wind up with the right hand. You go, uh-oh. So yeah, that's how a couple of left-handed sheaths got made. I mean, I need them. I mean, you know, I don't know of anybody else around that makes left-handed knives. Yes, there is a difference in you, right hand, left hand. The world's a right-handed place, but there's a lot of lefties in there. So anyway, including my granddaughter. So next time you see them, they'll all be saddle stitched up. There's plenty of saddle stitching in there with 2 needles and a long thread back and forth. It's sawing back and forth. You know, I guess you could probably take one of them speed sewers and do that. I guess, I don't know. I don't want to do it like that, but anyway. But I'll just do it with 2 needles with the thread that I've got to do it with. So I'll be back.